Do do it.
The recording that never happened because you can't prove it.
What can we prove?
Yeah,
I'm
actually, I was going to say that brings up a good point because often I see at my meetings there's a feeling of like, well, like prove it to me. Prove to me that this is all one.
It's
Well, you
impossible.
are the proof. I
Yes.
am. I
Yeah.
am is the proof.
Yeah.
And just relaxing in yourself is the direct experience of yourself as the totality. It's so simple. It's too easy. That's the problem. Too intimate.
Two already.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's diametrically opposed from thought. It's it's not it's not the same,
Mhm.
but yet it's part of all of this.
Well, we could say, right, Indira, that thoughts come and go. Yes.
Mhm.
So what notices that?
Exactly.
That which is always there always remains unchanging. And that's what you are. So every experience is made of you intimately.
Do you know the definition of the word identity is the sameness of the thing or its essential characteristic? So, how on earth could we identify with anything or even with no thing? How can we do that? How can we identify with a thought?
Mhm.
And yet, that's exactly what thoughts do, isn't it? They
Yeah,
suggest identity.
you're
Mhm.
the one that knows it. It's non objective. You can only
Mm.
be it.
I guess I could speak up here um about this already starting here and I got here on time and this is just my second time in this lovely group. I absolutely love it. But yeah, my name's Dr. Joe Vertino. I'm a professional spiritual guide and a doctor only in Reiki, which is energy medicine. I'm also an author and a musician, and I do have a website and everything like that. But so what I was going to say in response to where we already started, talking about identification, and maybe some of you and the viewers would kind of think of this in the same terms as me of what I'm about to do is kind of skipping to the end or kind of getting to a conclusion that is doesn't always happen in a lot of these kind of groups, right? We kind of stay in this curious questioning mode the whole time and kind of, oh, it's still great, but I'm gonna kind of provide a solid answer, I guess. But yeah, there's something called dhyana yoga, which is yoga is the Sanskrit word for union with God, basically is what it is. And Kriya yoga is the whole thing. Kriya meaning technique. So proper technique to have union with goodness, right? God, so to speak. And this one branch of that is called dhyana yoga, which is dhyana just means knowledge in Sanskrit. So
Mhm.
basically what this is we're talking about purely this topic in jnana yoga, right? Or rather, we're
Yeah.
talking about in our topic, we're talking about that, right? In the sense that that's former. But yeah, so jnana yoga is basically what is it that is really what this experience is, right? And basically having to do with identification, right? Ultimately. So just something I wanted to bring up as a kind of cool bit of knowledge, right? And yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Mhm.
Mhm.
In the chat says, there is only God. Heck yeah. What a relief.
Well,
Hey, Jade.
sorry I'm late. I had to get up just before 5 o'clock and I didn't set my alarm quite early enough.
I know you're on in New Zealand, right? Yeah. How cool.
So is it tomorrow there already or yesterday? Or is it still today?
Tomorrow,
Go!
How trippy.
it's Saturday at 5 a.m.
Wow.
Yeah, last Wednesday was my Thursday for everybody else, so I get it.
Thing. Hey Herbert, I'm excited you're here today. Good to see you.
Yes, this is my second meeting. I'm glad to be here.
I know. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, and Safiwe, good to see you here with camera on. Very nice.
Yeah.
Nice to see you too. Thank you.
Yes, hello. We all look so beautiful in here. This is so lovely. I'm just enjoying just seeing everybody's faces all around the world, and this is lovely. Yeah.
It is beautiful.
How
The face
wonderful.
of God.
Yeah.
All
I don't know.
radiant, isn't it?
Yeah. All one being. One being.
All is one and just for fun.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yes.
Well, yeah, if we want to talk about God, I mean that's the the ultimate topic, in that kind of way. And oh man. I think, yeah, going back to that point of in a lot of non-dual circles, it's very kind of easy to just be in that place of constant questioning, right? And inquisitiveness. Well, like I said earlier, isn't bad. It's just a natural thing of life, and that you find a place where it's appropriate to be in that cycle kind of questioning, and really then it becomes more and more authentic, which is wonderful. But in context again of God, and earlier, like I just said, kind of providing an answer, I think of God as kind of like, even though there's an eternity, it's okay for us to allow that kind of stopping, allow that peace, right? To kind of dominate the experience, our personal experience, in context of God. And I have this little stone here, and I think of that song, He's got the whole world in his hands. It happens to be green. Green and kind of like the earth and stuff. So yeah, I mean, that's a, not quite a a big question for everybody, but just yeah, in that kind of way, why not be comfortable in your skin? I think of, God has that kind of simple but kind of most needed, powerful way that only God can be, and certainly makes people that are earnest, authentic, honest, feel relevant, I think is maybe the biggest thing for me. But I'll stop there just to share some about God. Yeah.
Mhm.
You are God.
God talking to God about itself.
Yeah. You are.
And talking about being comfortable in your skin. Yesterday night, I watched a motivational video where a girl called Renee said she called us imperfect action takers. And she said, you have to make a video and put it on our Facebook group, even if you're not perfect yet, and you still have to do it anyway. So I did, and
Yeah.
then I was confident enough to show up here
How exciting.
with my camera on, finally.
Yay! Beautiful. Hmm.
This is perfect in all its imperfections, though, isn't it?
Yes. Total perfection.
No
Immaculate.
matter what shows up. Yeah.
Actually, this doesn't see imperfection.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Exactly.
yeah.
Mhm. Nor does it see perfection.
only sees yourself
Mhm.
as the infinite.
Everything is allowed.
Mm-hmm.
All everything. Shitting, peeing, walking, sadness, grief, annoyance. It's all allowed.
Yay.
Thank fuck for that.
I know, how freeing.
But if shitting, peeing, or knowing is what it arises, isn't that perfect?
Mm-hmm.
The perfection doesn't go anywhere.
Inescapable.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the mind labeling it. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, this is a fuck up.
Beautiful, Michael. Yep.
In the
Do you
chat, it says perfection perfecting itself. Hmm.
do you know
God.
the sorry, go on.
No, go ahead, sweetie. Go ahead.
I was just going to say there's a Rabbie Burns poem that's often quoted, which just sprung to mind. I don't know if I can do it justice, but it goes, "Oh, would power the gifty gears to see ourselves as others see us, it would from many a blunder free us and foolish notion." And he he was sat in church when two ladies of the time came and sat in front, and they'd got their big wigs on and their big fancy dress, and he was looking at the backs of their heads and noticed lice running through their hair. And this poem was, wouldn't it be a gift from God to see ourselves as other people see us? It would free us from many a foolish, blunder, basically.
Wow,
And notion being that ultimately it's all notion, it's all idea, it's all thought.
beautiful.
I just love that poem.
I love that.
Speaking of seeing yourself as other people see you, I'll say something a little bit personal. My counselor watched my first YouTube video and said, "You look beautiful and confident, and you were really cool." And I thought something completely different about it.
Isn't
And I was like, okay, I guess I'm just irrational.
that cool? Yeah. It's just a false assumption. Otherwise, beautiful.
Yeah. I guess, yeah, to say a little bit more, unless someone has something right away they want to say. Um, but yeah, talking about validation, acceptance, approval, support, super important things. Miss Indira mentioned kind of the basics of life, being accepted, being approved of, being allowed. And in that way, that's something that we have to all provide to each other, within reason and to ourselves. And in that way, that it's certainly in alignment with high and lofty goals, for us to have this kind of all inclusiveness, to our own kind of like party of life. Yeah, certainly. And yeah, we're all kind of attached to practicality, in the sense that kind of like science is the foundation of our world. And that's ultimately practical, for us to basically have this lack of denial or resistance to life, and kind of yeah. So awesome. This is great. Ah.
Luminosity wrote, kind of wild that suffering doesn't exist.
Yeah, that which knows the suffering never suffers. And when you feel into
Jen froze.
She froze. Come back.
She left us at feel into it, and there
Yes,
we
thank you.
go.
If we replace the word eat with feel, this is an all you can feel buffet.
Speaking of all you can feel, I got this crystal that you may or may not be able to see. I'm not sure what it's actually supposed to do, but I blessed it with the intention that it would enable me to feel every feeling that I had. Because someone said you can only become enlightened if you feel every feeling that you have. It's working really well. I definitely feel everything.
She's back.
Oh my God, that was so cool. I disappeared and then all of a sudden manifested again in my imagination.
As if by magic, a wild Ginny has appeared.
Yeah. That is so cool. I didn't know what was happening. It was like I was teleporting or something.
So you were talking about feeling into it.
Yeah, just feeling suffering fully. If you really just intimately be it, make love to it like your lover, just intimately being it, it dissolves within you. It's only suffering when you resist it. When you don't resist it, it's called happiness.
Mhm.
Now we can't hear it, Addie. This app kind of mutes the background.
Mhm.
This is a reminder, this is an open meeting. Everybody's invited to participate. If you have a comment or question, please feel free to unmute and jump in.
I guess I'll tell a story about yesterday.
Yeah.
Um, yesterday I I had nothing to do. So I went to a pavilion in the middle of my town and they had swing dancing. That was incredible.
Oh, awesome.
Everyone was swing dancing differently, and it was like amazing. It was so cool. I was like dancing alone because I didn't know how to swing dance, but then like random people asked me how to dance. It was just a great time. Anyways, when I was looking at it, it was just so obvious that it was just one being swing dancing, and every couple was dancing differently. It was just this party. It was giving me chills. It was amazing.
Mm, that is amazing. Wow.
Mm.
Wow.
Mhm.
But you know,
Beautiful, Addie.
Yay.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah.
I think because of the programming, the hardest thing for me to recognize was the right and wrong and the good and bad and how this isn't right and I won't go along with that or whatever. And that's part of the trap. It's like and it's just what is. It's just my conditioning, my beliefs that I know what I'm doing, and I was judging, just judging, and conscious awareness doesn't judge. It just notices what's happening, and
Mm-hmm.
it's okay with that. It's just being what it is, and it's always that way. See, the beingness is always here right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's just it's almost like uh, when the firefly lights up a little bit. Yeah, how did I miss this? That's what it's saying. And then it kind of goes back and then Oh, yeah. It's like it was never there or something. You start looking for it again instead of just being.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thank you. Um, forgot your name. We just
Manny.
Manny, thank you. And also Addie. And sometimes, like yesterday, when I'm working and walking through the terminal, sometimes I don't even feel like a body. I just feel like there's just walking, and it's hard to put into words. And there was some resistance coming up yesterday, and it was like, okay, fun. Let's see what we can do with this resistance. With nothing, it was just coming through. It was just coming and arising.
Yeah.
Trying to fix it or anything, and before, like you said, Jenny, it just, where did it go? It's gone.
Isn't that amazing? You can't even grasp or hold on to it
Yeah.
because you're the field of awareness from which it's appearing and disappearing within you, and you can't. You're unmanifest.
I don't even see this as a body walking. I just
Yeah.
sometimes it feels like whatever the body does, it's doing, but it doesn't feel like somebody. It just
Hmm.
invisible, if if you will, just
Yeah. It's amazing how when you rest in yourself as the one infinite field, open, empty field, that you can, it's very obvious that all of the sensations, feelings, thoughts, perception is appearing and disappearing within you. And you're the substratum from which it's appearing. So it's like the imaginary body, which is just a bundle of sensations. There is no object called a body. When you go into your actual experience, it does not match the thought or concept or belief of a body. It's formless. It's just consciousness. It's just a vibration of appearing within you as consciousness. And then yeah, like I'll be sitting there eating, and it's like I'm the field from which these sensations are appearing and disappearing, and I'm just tasting myself as this empty field. It's amazing.
yeah, it's like the noticing, just watching the walking or seeing the walking or noticing like this just changelessness or whatever. There's no word for it. You can put words,
Hmm.
but that's what's it feels actually very experiential here. So
Totally. Yeah.
and out of character as well too. So
Yeah.
and that's cool too. All of it is good. Yeah.
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 And Manny, that unique aperture of looking at yourself as the whole. So you like stretch or you zoom in and you taste yourself from a perspective of right and wrong. And then you zoom back out and you're like, oh snap, I'm all of it. There is no right or wrong.
Yeah.
It's so unique. I love it. The characteristics, the aversions, the preferences. It is beautiful. It's a masterpiece. I was putting those words together with masterpiece, as in Peace,
Mm.
mastering peace.
Hmm.
Yeah. Hmm.
It's so cool.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, it's funny in the story over here. I spent decades down the yogic path of shunning the senses as if they were hot coals, and denying the senses, only to really fully appreciate that it is only through the senses that I know myself. And it's just like it's just being this sensory field with no limits. It's just wow. And that I know you often talk about this tantric nature. It was
Hmm.
really falling into that where the
Beautiful.
boundaries of everything just disappeared. The hand on the table doesn't exist. It's just sensation, and that doesn't
Yeah.
even exist itself, but it's so beautiful and so intimately present. Yeah.
Yes, it is so intimate. Yeah. Sitting in a chair can feel like ecstasy because you are the infinite feeling itself. Yeah. A thought can feel like ecstasy. There's no separation.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I was driving today, just a short journey, but there's just sudden overwhelming smiling at that presence of, there's driving happening. It's like
Yeah.
I did nothing for this to be what it is. It's like this is just like, wow.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you now that you were saying that, it's like about a couple weeks ago, I was listening to this song in the car and just driving, and I got I got really emotional, and I didn't understand where these emotions were coming, and it was like, wow, this is cool. Like, that I don't even know why they're coming up, but they're coming through. Do you know, like looking at
Mhm.
it from a curiosity, like,
Yeah.
wow, Yeah.
Yeah.
That's yeah. That's neat to see the worst thing that you could conceive of within your mind, and you pushed it down for all these years, and then you allow it to come up, and you see that that's exactly what you've been longing for.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And it's a freedom that I've been longing for to release, just to be everything instead of thinking that I'm limited to this self-centered ego, and then just, oh no, it's wide open.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's beautiful.
Oh, I could speak to that. I don't know if anyone's ever done Michael Stone's neuro dynamic breath work. Um, I did my second one this week, and what you were speaking of, Manny, was my experience. Um, my body was just a vibrating nothing, and I saw my mother and my father's face, each one independently, and I had been judging them all my life, which is really tiring, but I couldn't drop it down and really understand uh, them until this week, where it was a full embodied knowing of just their wretched pain. Um, and the knowledge I had, there's nothing new. I learned it was just it dropped and I surrendered to whatever was going to happen, and I felt like this sludge, of their experience just all in me, and it was so understood. Without words, it was just so understood, and all the ancestors back, whatever, just so understood. And it was like Jeannie, what you were saying, the suffering. It wasn't suffering.
Yeah.
It was just an experience.
hmm
Uh, and not only that, it was mind blowing because there was this wisdom that came with it. There was this opening, and there was so much more. I can't even. I wrote it down. I can't remember. But
Beautiful.
but it's just it's amazing, amazing. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Amazing.
It's a relief.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a relief to let go of the resentments.
hmm
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once that guard's down, the resistance, when you as awareness are trying to stretch out and appear as a subject object, but you can only do that so long, just like a stress ball when you squeeze it, it's contracted, but it's trying to expand back out to its original nature. So it's inevitable, and then you relax into your being, and then you're like, oh my God, I've always been this. I've always been home.
Mm,
Yeah. And it's so obvious.
yeah. Like
But
holding
yeah.
up like
Hmm.
holding down that beach ball. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm,
And even when you are looking at yourself and resistance, all it is you as pure infinite awareness tasting that sensation, that frequency of yourself. So you're still yourself. You're always the one self, the one immortal being. You never separated. And when you go into resistance, when you really fully dive deep into that experience, all you can find is the knowing of it, is awareness. So you find yourself in everything, and that's the tantric quality of this too, is when you look into everything, all you can find is yourself as awareness. Even if it's pain, even if it's suffering or resistance, everything. You're everywhere. You're everything. You can't hide from yourself.
And that's the relief.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Refreshing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember the first time I got annoyed after recognizing this. It was like, oh my God, that feels amazing. I was like, it's just like intimately tasting yourself is everything. You are the unmanifest, formless, unseeable tasting through the imagination. This is your imagination. In the chat, it says my blissful annoyance. Yes.
Yeah.
I guess something that I could share a little bit, being a master healer along with a spiritual guide, um, in this kind of way, I'll show you my business card really quick. Well, I'll add one more thing to that to make this kind of point, and this is not just advertising, even though it's a little bit, oh, wait with this,
Of
but
course
there's
it's
a
not.
point. There's a point. I want to hear the point. So I'm a Zen I'm a Zen I'm a Zen Buddhist, and Zen means to see clearly. And on my business card, I have this eye, if you can see it. I can't see me on the video, so I don't know if you can see this fine. But the whole thing is basically a cosmos with just an eyeball with like a star in the middle of it.
Nice.
So this business card is basically what we're doing right now, right? Working on seeing clearly, right? And and then I guess in this way, the big serious point of this is that we can have that intention and achieve it technically like right now, this present moment. But there's something that we can't do in this kind of way that I can only translate as this statement of truth that healing is a process, you know, that we can be good to ourselves and other people in this present moment, but we can't ever have our hand on top of that head of the truth of that statement that healing is a process. That's like when we talk about God and you talk about letting God be in control, and letting and knowing what is ours to control, what's not ours to control, right? And that, yes, the healing process is ultimately personal, and you could even say inescapable, but it's not something that we can we can be in control of this whole thing, of the process of it, right? Because then we would literally have to be God to do that, you
You
know?
are God. And I would say it's both. I would say it's
Yes. Yes.
instantaneous.
Yes.
Boom, boom, done right now. Or it can appear as a process, which
Hmm.
you're just doing a ritual to believe. That's all it is. A process is ritual to resonate, which both of it's perfect and beautiful. I experienced both instant and process. Yeah. Right when awakening happened here, the body disappeared. There was no body to heal. So instantly everything healed. Every ailment that I thought I had was just a thought. It was just a belief. Because I was believing that there was a body. So then, as God, as pure awareness, I was rendering that in my imagination. I was hallucinating that. But there is no body.
Hmm.
No one has a body. There's nothing physical. There's no matter out there. There's no world. It's all your mind.
And there's nothing to heal.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Here is just whatever arises that comes up. That's it, done. End of story, end of no story. No
Yeah.
moth, whatever, it's felt and seen through.
Hmm.
and then it's gone.
Like babies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Like a newborn baby. Is that what you said?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. As a newborn baby, and you can experience that right now
Mhm.
as pure, empty, open awareness if you close your eyes and without thought or memory or image, prior to experience, prior to thought, prior to mind.
Mm.
What is a body? You don't have a body.
Mhm.
All there is spontaneous sensations appearing in pure consciousness.
I did Angelo's video Dissolving Duality, and it says to pay attention to the subject and then pay attention to the object. And after a few seconds, I was like, but where's the subject? I don't know if there's a subject.
Yeah,
And then there's like, where's the object?
Yes.
exactly. Yeah. When you,
Seeing,
what'd you say?
I was seeing that the subject and object are absolutely dependent on each other. For me, showed that they collapsed as this is just one thing. It's object and
Yeah.
subject are so dependent on each other that you can't take one away. So they're
Mhm.
never separate. They're never separate. That's just
You're
words.
right.
It's just like, wow.
That's the
Okay.
only way that you can imagine yourself manifest. You'd
Yeah.
have to appear to stand apart from a tree to see a tree. Just like the eye can't see itself, it is itself. Would have to appear to stand apart, but its appearing is both to itself within itself, you know?
Mm. Mm.
Yeah, and then when you're aware of it fully without thought, being it, it is you. So it's too intimate to even experience. That collapses the subject object. It's just pure beingness. And
Mm.
then you realize, oh my God, there never was a subject object. It was always this. I was just appearing to stretch my, myself as awareness back to see something, to make it appear as an object, but it's all myself as the pure subjectivity. So there's no object.
Mm.
The elastic nature of consciousness just stretching out.
Isn't that cool? And then like a slingshot, it's inevitable
Yeah. Yeah.
that you surrender to yourself and hit the bullseye.
My grandson and I were having a deep dive again the other week, late at night, and following the tantra. It's like I said to him, "Is your hand on your knee?" And then, I could see he was in his bed. He goes, "Yeah." I said, "So," I said, "Take the word knee, take the word hand away, and what have you got?" And he was like looking. He was like, "Oh." And I says, "Do you see what I mean?" He goes, "Yeah." And I said, "Whose hand is it?" And he put his hand up. He went, "It's not mine."
Wow.
He's nearly 8 years
Wow.
old. He's 8 next year, next week, sorry. And he knew there was no, I didn't have to, kind of really explain it. He just knew. It was like, oh, and he was going, it's so obvious.
Yes. Oh my gosh, how amazing.
Yeah, it's just, and then he's back to being this boy again that's in his own world, playing Spider-Man and doing all these things and completely lost in his imagination. And it's beautiful. It's
Yes.
absolutely beautiful.
That
Yeah.
is
Like
gorgeous.
like what's obvious right now is just the sound of the air conditioning, the rise of the chest going in and out, sensations, sense of
Yeah.
perfume that's on the body that comes up. This is it right here.
Wow.
Obvious. Like I can, as we're talking, there's talking and then the rising of the chest and then the sensation of the air conditioning
Mm.
There's a sensation of smell, like perfume. This is it, baby.
Beautiful. Yes, just pure sensing, tasting yourself as the unmanifest, appearing manifest to yourself. It's amazing, magical.
It's called Leela, the play of consciousness.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like I've never experienced it being like consciousness or any kind of word or like a knowing. Like I would look at this room and it doesn't look like it's made of anything, or
It's not.
I don't know. No.
Yeah, inquire into the stuff that it's made out of, the medium. All it is perception, which is awareness.
And there's no problem in sensations. No, no
Mhm.
problem. The only problem that may occur, arise, are thoughts that have an assumption over whatever is happening right now, but that's it. But there is no problem in the sensations, the smells, the sights, the sounds, the breathing, even in pain in the body. Whenever there's pain, the mind can come in and say, this is terrible, blah, 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 blah. But when there's just attention on the pain, it's not a problem. It's just feeling.
It's
Yeah.
amazing how we are still doing a terrible job at it. Telling a terrible job at telling what's happening because we don't even understand what's going on. Yes, I think it's Indira who was speaking about whenever something is happening, it's just what is happening. And afterwards, someone would claim that experience to say, I have experienced such, but it was just an experience.
Mhm.
And in that claim, whatever you are relating, it's not it. It's not really the experience that happened.
Mhm.
And this can be seen because whenever you tell a story about what happened, often it's not exactly what happened. It's just a story. And even the person who's being told about what happened can never experience what happened.
Exactly.
Yeah, I sometimes find that I really want more, and I'm not sure what extra stuff I want, but I just need more than what I have now, more experience. But then I think that's just a thought, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Beautiful,
Isn't that
beautiful.
great?
I like that.
Bingo.
That's
That
so
was
good.
great.
Yay.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess saying some more about that, connected to what I said earlier, but in that way, yeah, finding out what really matters and knowing, to give another answer to it, right? Not to interrupt the curious nature of life, but we matter, right? We know that for a fact that we matter, you know? And even just by the fact that we are sensing, that we're perceiving, there's an answer enough in that, that we matter. And yeah. And you'll notice that if you have that perspective, you'll notice that it'll take you away from evil tendencies or in this kind of way of it's not egoic to know that you matter, to have that, it's to have and to hold, so to speak, as a perspective, you know, and that it you end up shaping your life in a way that's certainly more conducive for joy, not just for yourself, but for other people. If you think about like the principal of a school who is in that place of higher self-esteem, right, which comes from that perspective, they end up being the better principal, even if there was an identical one somewhere else who didn't see themselves as mattering. They didn't have a high enough level of that in their own cognizance. That other one would end up being a little bit kind of more of a better principle, you could say. But yeah, yeah,
Joseph,
yes,
you say we matter. Do we
yes.
really do we really exist?
Yeah,
We definitely exist.
yeah.
That's, that
There
is
you
the
go.
question.
Seems like it. Don't know for sure.
Uh,
Who was that?
That's
Oh,
Casey.
Casey.
you're
Oh,
fair. Sorry. It's like, sorry.
So I want to ask Joseph, what exist is what?
Exactly.
you said so. Oh, you're okay. So, what was your question? The last one?
You
You said
you said
exist
you exist. I said exist as what?
as what? Absolutely good question. Yeah. Exist as what is the answer because you are in the place of perceiving, which is like the point that this lady was making, Miss Erickson, about consciousness.
Yeah, let's go into that right now. Let's go into this experience. What is this experience?
Joseph, would you describe this matter that you say we exist as?
Well, the matter in that way was referring to that we matter, but we're also part of matter in the sense of physical reality, right? And they're friends, right? In the sense that we're here, we have to be in it to have our experience, to have our incarnation. But we can't just say we are only, well, I don't. I'll end the sentence there, but I was going to say, like, yeah, then it goes into whatever our, yeah, that's an answer. I hope it's sufficient in some way, sir.
Mhm.
And who is this we that you're commenting about?
Well, yes, we I guess would just be in the sense that simply that there's multiple people from my perspective that I'm included in this group and that's that linguistically alone. Because I say that because it's offensive other ways, right? If we're forcing people to fit into a perspective in one guy's mind about my entire existence, right? So that's the only way I'm answer, right? That that have chose to come here together in that way alone. Yes.
Speak for yourself.
That's what I mean.
I felt for years that I didn't matter. I mean, all my life. Until I had my first teacher said,
You don't.
everything matters if you believe in matter.
That's awesome.
It stopped me in my tracks.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. I have no proof that he incarnated.
I know. No proof.
well, how'd you get here?
You didn't.
I didn't.
Yeah, you can't prove there's a body.
Yeah.
You can't prove that there's matter. You've never experienced matter. All you've experienced is pure consciousness.
Thank you, Jenny. Thank you.
Yay. Yeah, when you really dive into deeply your actual experience, it does not match the thoughts or the beliefs at all. Like that there's an outside world. When you really go into what you're experiencing, all you're experiencing is sense perception, which is consciousness, which is awareness. There's no actual objects out there. Just like the sensation, like all the body is a bundle of transient sensations appearing and disappearing within your consciousness. That all there is yourself as consciousness. Imagining yourself talking to yourself. But how fun is that? Imagining yourself as friends. How amazing.
There was a line from a movie that I watched recently. Well, you guys have probably seen it, but I don't remember the name of it. Um, what happened? Oh yeah, they were like, I don't know if this is true, but they said that dreams happen because when you're awake, you experience the world, but when you have memories, your brain makes it so your memories are different from your actual experience, so you don't mistake your memories for reality. And then when you fall asleep, that experience of the world turns off. So your memories and like the subconscious part of your brain can just go crazy and do whatever it wants and it makes dreams. So yeah, it's all your mind basically.
Yeah, this is a dream.
I was about to say that there's no difference between this conversation and a dream at night.
Exactly. It's funny how that line disappears. It's the same. I remember when it started blending in, like where I'd wake up in the morning and it was the same. It's a dream. It's so obvious it's a dream. And that I'm the one dreaming. I'm not in the body. I can't see myself. I'm unmanifest, the one that knows. How cool.
I found that the hard part was to actually admit that I might be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I have it all wrong, is what it was about. All its identification with what I thought I was, all of that stuff. When that when that dissolves, when that it's almost like it is a relief because you don't have to try to figure it out anymore. It's just wow.
Mm-hmm.
It's freedom. It's real freedom, and I don't need to straighten out somebody else.
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
And it's so amazing too that um, I have a fortune cookie paper that my best friend gave me. It was the most beautiful one ever. It says, "The one who sees the illusion doesn't act as if it's real." And what's so interesting is this shift of seeing yourself as the whole, as what you really are, as the pure consciousness, totality, the field of awareness, and not this tiny finite object that doesn't exist. It changes the perspective and the thoughts and the actions, everything. It changes everything. It changes the dream because you don't, all of those thoughts were based on the erroneous idea I'm a finite, wimpy little object, you know? So all the thoughts were made of that scam. And then the projection was made of that scam. You dreamed all of these people on the news saying that there's a real world out there with shit happening. And then you dream all this other crazy shit, you know? And then when you see it, that you're the one dreaming and you wake up from the dream, it changes how you see everything.
But even I mean everything we think and everything we say and all this beautiful stuff that's being talked here might be wrong. Just like we tend to think, well, the way we were raised, most of us were raised, you're a body, this, da da da, you're separate. And we can accept, seems like that may be wrong. Okay, that may be wrong. But then the conversation turns to ourselves as not a separate being and we're all one. And and then it seems like we think that's right. I'm going to say that may be like really everything we're saying as wrong as what we were raised with.
Do you have an alternative theory?
Pardon me?
Do you have an alternative theory?
Yeah, well, no. What I'm saying now is it, we, I can't know if it's wrong or if it's right. I can't know. And there's something in the not knowing. There's something beautiful in the not knowing.
That's true.
it seems to collapse right and wrong.
Mhm. I think
Yes.
Gangaji said something like, it's all a lie. You open your mouth, it's a lie. And I laughed and
Yeah.
laughed. It was so great.
Yeah.
But even that, I'm just going to say it might be the truth. I mean, even saying
Yeah.
that anything that comes out of the mouth is a lie,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
It's
that may, yeah,
I
it's
understood
equally
it.
true and
yeah.
untrue, which cancels itself out to zero. Just
Right.
like when you add everything up in the universe, even mathematically, it cancels itself out to zero. So it always comes back home to itself, as no thing, non-objective. Can't be.
Angelo says
Hmm?
Angelo says thoughts don't have a truth value.
Yeah.
Everything
Yeah.
and everything and nothing collide in the unknowing.
Yay. Shakti and Shiva make love,
Yeah,
and
that's
then
it.
it dissolves the
Yeah,
world, it dissolves everything.
yeah.
They were just trying to resist each other.
I
Just for
would
fun.
say, I would say everything that comes out of your mouth is untrue because all you can speak about is an imaginary world that doesn't exist.
Yeah. It's all made up concepts about yourself that's
That's
unmanifested,
right.
unqualified.
That's
You
right.
don't have any fucking qualities. So what can you say?
That's right.
Everything you say is not what you are. But how fun is that?
That's true.
Beautiful.
You
I
had to
love
have that reference point to recognize yourself as the limitless unmanifest. You had to have something to be aware of.
It's all
Or everything you say is who you are.
Both, yeah.
Mhm.
Both and neither.
It's all perfectly untrue.
true.
Yeah. And true.
100%.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's the Wu way. The just,
That's right.
just be. Just yeah.
Yeah.
it's such a relief to not pretend, you know,
Mhm.
and to just be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In my last retreat, I realized the world wasn't real. I somehow logically proved that, but I don't remember the logical proof now. And I thought, if the world isn't real, that's why thoughts don't have a truth value, because they're not about anything.
What was the
Yeah,
last
go.
part? Sorry. You said what was if the world isn't real, what was after that? Sorry. Can you say it again?
That's why thoughts don't have a truth value, because they're not about anything.
Ah.
Exactly. When you go into a thought, well, first of all, it disappears. You can't even grab hold of it. It's just ephemeral. What is it? All there is awareness. All you can find is consciousness. So a thought isn't even about anything. It's not touching the object that it's about. And
Mhm.
yeah,
Mhm.
once this is investigated, it completely dissolves. It can't hold up to investigation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost comical because, right, you've got the finite thought commenting on the infinite.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Isn't that cute?
The audacity.
It's here, God, hold my beer.
Yeah.
It's so innocent, you know, it's just so innocent.
That is cute.
E- even quantum physicists are commenting on all there is vibration and frequency. There are
Mm,
no objects. There's no objective world.
exactly.
They're writing books about it,
Yeah.
which is amazing.
Because, yeah, you can't prove matter. You can't prove matter exists. That's not what you experience.
Mhm.
Mhm.
That was just our crazy dream of identifying as the body. That was the whole scam, the whole projection.
Play of consciousness.
Yeah.
How long does this meeting last?
What's that?
How long does this meeting last?
Oh, I don't know.
What's
What meeting?
time? What are you talking about? Don't
It's
do that to
infinite.
us.
This meeting is infinite.
Don't confine us.
That's right. We're the ones who blipping in and out. The meeting itself at its core is forever.
Yeah.
Just boop, another boop.
Addie's into time. She has to get somewhere.
I do. I might leave soon.
There's a message in the chat. Concepts exist only within the realm of concepts. What is the realm of realms? Here, God. Oh, yeah. Here, God,
Exactly.
hold my beer. So good. Yes.
Yeah, so maybe a good one we could close on and we can talk about is noticing. I would say that noticing has been, if you're looking for a practice, you could do a lot worse.
Yes.
To start to notice little things like what do you really control?
Mhm.
That's lovely.
I have an issue with that, though. Knowing who you are or what you are, why wouldn't you be in control? And I'm not talking about the person that you're seeing in front of you, Brent, the character. If you know that you're God, if you know that you are everything and you control everything, once you have that conviction of, holy shit, I can do anything, why wouldn't you control it? Why would you put restrictions on yourself?
If
So
if
I believe that as God, you are controlling things.
if
Just right now, subconsciously, I don't believe that I am. So I'm not controlling things. I want to
well,
ride a raindrop. I want to pet a lion, you know? And why can't it be true? Because it's in my nighttime dreams, which are no different from now. It's just that I've been so conditioned to be so afraid of this power that I won't do anything about it. I'm so afraid of what this world is going to think of me.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's the fear of taking that first step. And I had just sent Ginny a message a while back. I'm saying, like, I'm so stuck on this fear. And Ginny's mentioned before that once there's no conviction and you know who you are, what this dream world is, and you don't have to be convinced, nobody else has to be convinced, because why? Because everything is you. So does that mean that you're now in your own reality? You are, it's like, it goes back to solipsism. Are you the only person? Can you just walk down the street naked? And as long as you don't care what other people are thinking, people aren't going to think anything of it, because you are every eye that's on you.
Yeah.
Like,
Basically.
where does that come from?
Yeah.
Is that the truth? Because your
wow.
reality is based on your truths.
Yeah.
This reality is
Yeah.
the way it is now because, I've been told that there is gravity. I've been told that there is laws. I've been told this. I've been told that, and I believe that.
Yes,
But if
exactly. And there
I
is
don't
no
believe
physical
it,
laws or rules. This is like throwing the rule book in the dumpster fire. It's like
exactly. Like,
it's like you're wearing a VR headset. You thought you were the avatar in the headset, and then you realized you're the infinite mind wearing the headset. And so then you press the button called invincibility mode. So you're invincible. You have no body. If you fully abided in conviction of that, you could jump off a cliff and fly. I'm
I
not
know.
Don't do it.
It's the
no,
fear, though. It's
my
the
mom
fear. I
says
know.
don't do it.
I
My mom
know.
says please don't try. But what I'm saying is when you really abide as the self, as the one immutable, immortal self, yes, you're fucking infinite.
Limitless. Limitless.
Infinite, limitless. Yeah.
Like you just place the
Transcend the
limits on yourself,
limitation. You
even.
It's
transcend
the
all
fear. Yeah.
limitations.
Just
Yeah.
other
There,
eyes.
there's so many things that I know who I am that I want to do, but I'm just like, no, I can't. There's no way I could do that. There's absolutely no way I could do that. And then I'm like, well, maybe No. There's no. I talk myself out of it. We're our own worst enemies, or I'm my own worst enemy. I can't speak to anybody else's reality except mine. I don't see through anybody else's eyes. I don't.
That's
Like, you know
fun.
what I mean? Like, it's so. This is
Yeah.
to me. This is my reality. I'm talking to myself on this Zoom call, and I've created this Zoom call. I create everything that I see. I've experienced it being on substance where I was nothing. I was just my thoughts, and all of a sudden, I was creating things right in front of me out of nothing.
Yeah.
That was this is a possibility, and that was part of it, and it happened right now. Everything's happening right now.
Yeah, it's
It's
amazing.
absolutely
I mean, this is the Sidhi right
mind
here. This
blowing.
is the superpower. Look at this shit. Look at
Yeah,
this.
but it's the fear.
Wow.
It's the fear. It's the fear of, I don't know. It's like you think you're going to lose stuff, but no, all you do is gain.
That's
Right?
just the opportunity to be free. I had an
Right.
allergic reaction to limitations. Whenever a thought came up that was limited, I was like, oh no, you didn't. And I was going to transmute it right then and there. It's just the opportunity to transcend and up level, expand out into your, infinite self. That's all it is an opportunity to be free.
It's interesting though, like when you become lucid in a dream, in those nighttime dreams, it's like you can fly. You know there are
Yes.
rules that you can break, but the dream environment doesn't change. So there's still a sea or there's still rocks. It's like, where does the power come to change that into a different, complete reality where you could sit as a mountain or you could do other things? And how is that transferable to this? That's where my thoughts are going. You know, where does that come in? How can you fly? How can you have that knowledge when you're in this dream to fly, which I've done so many times, and then here, well, where is the knowledge here? When I know this is the same fabrication.
Yeah, it's just the basking in your silence and in your
Yeah.
beingness.
Yeah.
And that transmutes, dissolves within yourself. You swallow everything.
Mm.
Everything's integrated. And then you're seeing yourself as you are completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you
It's a
never die in your dreams, so you would never let yourself die in this dream. It's like you would jump off a building and you're like, and then all of a sudden you'd
No, you can,
come
yeah, you
fall
can
to the
close your
ground.
eyes.
Like you would never die.
Yeah, you can close your eyes and die right now. Die
Yes.
right now. Remove all experience,
I
all
tell you,
memories, all thoughts right now. And what is
It's
it?
absolutely incredible.
There's
Yeah.
pure consciousness, pure awareness. That's all there is.
Right.
And that cannot die.
And I still tell a story to this point. There's and I won't take too long. I don't know how much longer you do the videos for, but the story won't take too long. There's an Indian saint named Sri Ramana Maharshi who you might already know what I'm going to say, but
Yeah.
that one.
We've all heard of him, Joseph. We've all heard of
Well,
him.
you know what I'm going to tell you already, which is the best,
Go
anyways.
ahead. Go ahead. We've all heard of him. Go ahead, Joseph.
Okay. So he lived on in India, and he lived on Mount Arunachala, which is a place, right? And it's revered because Indian culture is the best. So it's revered, right? It has a certain expectation, right? Oh, this place is a garbage dump. Oh, this place is super sacred. Mount Arunachala was the second one, and forever will be the second one, right? Very sacred and revered. So Sri Ramana Maharshi was an Indian saint who would walk around kind of so how did he get to be that, right? Where we're talking about him right now. So he did this exact thing. He was 15, 16 years old, and he was like, I'm alive. What is this going on? Right? As a 15, 16-year-old, you're full of life, you're full of verve, right? So he took that and he went into with all of his might spirituality. So he went to Mount Arunachala, and all of his intention was to find the truth. That was his intention. So he's walking with every step, so to speak, even though we don't know how many steps he might have missed on the way. He was in that intention. And he gets to Mount Arunachala and he goes there. And I think he may have seen another saint. And no matter what he did is he laid down on the ground, and he says, I'm going to accept, basically play dead to find out what the truth is. That's exactly what he did. So he laid down on the ground, and then, like, it's so personal, I don't know all the details, but basically God said, boop, and he became a saint.
No, that's awesome. I heard
And then so that
a
was his
different
life.
story
Yeah, it
about
was
him
just, and
that
he
he
wasn't a
was,
speaking saint. He was
yeah,
someone who was just conscious. So
yeah,
people would come to him, and it was a transmission of presence. But if you see a picture of him, you can understand, perhaps, which is we'll end there with the story. But
yeah.
yeah,
The beautiful story is he was laying in on his floor. His uncle
yes,
was
that,
died or something. He had an insanely
That's right.
terrifying fear of death. And so in that fear, he was laying there on the ground and he really inquired, what remains when I die, when this body dies? What still remains? And you can do it right now.
Mhm.
Die to thoughts and die for let the thoughts and the experience and sensations die right now. And what is still there?
I've done it. I've done it. My senses have disappeared, my thoughts have disappeared, and I became just consciousness. I just became a thought. Like I'm just sitting there like, uh-oh, what did I just do? It was nothing and everything all at the same time. I scared the
That's
shit out of
this right
myself.
now. That's this right now.
Well, this is this
You're already not, you've never incarnated, you've never been born. You never die. You
but
can't die.
your truths and your thoughts create your reality. But
Yeah.
when you can end that, then you just become everything and nothing all at the same time. It was just white, and I scared myself. And next thing you know, a thought comes to me. It's like think of something. As soon as I thought of something, it appeared right in front of me. Well, not in front of me, like it was like you know what I mean. Like it was there.
Automatic.
It was automatic, and then it's just like, see, stupid, right?
The
See,
thoughts can
dummy.
handle the idea that they don't exist. Stick with it though.
Your truths create your reality.
Yeah.
But I was like Ramana Maharshi too. I did never read all. I never read his book, but I've heard of him and I've read sections. But for me, it was I too was like I wanted to know what the truth is in here. I just wanted to know the truth. And then what I realized is what I realize what I am is what I'm not. Like I don't. It's not what I am. It's what I'm not. Not this body. Me,
Yeah.
not the stories, not the spirituality that I was very much involved with. Holy Indira, whatever. That's just a story, I was like, and all of a sudden it was like, wow, right here. It is so simple and so easy to miss,
Oh,
but it's right here. It's telling right here. It's obvious. It's obvious, it's just every
Right, right. And the right here includes the suffering and includes thinking that you're a small nothing.
That's right.
And
yeah.
that, yeah, so
Right.
yeah.
That's right.
That's the beauty of it. You're God, you're everything. You're appearing to yourself as everything. Every perspective, every
Mm.
concept, every thought, every sensation, every feeling.
There's simply nothing outside of consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
It's just.
Mm.
Isn't that amazing?
I love it.
yeah, that's actually Miss Indira. That is the what dhyana yoga is. You intuitively practiced it.
Oh,
Uh, Dhyana yoga is literally, I don't know if anyone in here, I'm sure it's at least one or two, if not all of you, have heard of Muji Baba. Muji
Yeah.
Baba. He kind of
Mm-hmm.
has like Mr. Herbert Jones there with the not quite as long, but he has
Mm-hmm.
that beautiful Rastafarian look. He's a beautiful African American Korean man with the most gorgeous eyes you've ever seen.
And
Just
I've
got
heard of Muji too. I've
yeah,
also
Muji.
here.
We all love Muji. Muji Baba.
Sorry, sorry, Mr. Herbert.
but even with yoga too, because I do love yoga for
Me
the
too.
body loves it. It just wow. Even going to classes, I can remember after just going to classes and doing our poses and our shavanas or whatever, and
Mhm.
the instructor would say, now find your peace, find your happiness, find you know, you are the happiness. And I was like, what what does that mean anymore, you know? And it was great to see, you know, to notice that, you know, and so
Yeah.
you know, yoga is great. I mean, but why can't everything that I do be yoga? The sip of the tea.
Yeah.
The
It
tea.
is.
Beautiful.
The,
All,
the,
yeah.
the
All of
annoyance
this is
of
the
the
meditation.
customer, you know, whatever is my yoga. Or
Yeah, wanting to punch a character in the airplane is meditation.
let that
That's
be yoga.
that's called martial arts right there.
There's no such thing as being kind here or trying to be nice. That doesn't make sense anymore. But it just doesn't. That sounds really artificial now. But it's
Yeah.
niceness can arise, meanness can arise, anything can arise here. It doesn't have to be all bliss. Now that feels uncomfortable too. That feels artificial. That was like a belief that I held on to. Well, you have to be blissful in order to be enlightened. What the hell does that mean anymore? What about right here, right now? You know, like
Yeah.
it's anger, frustration, or
Yeah.
you know, that's part of it too. It's all part of
Exactly. That's the integration, the whole. It's
That was a beautiful insight about your yoga class, Indira. That needs to be taught. That's advanced yoga.
yeah.
That's very advanced yoga. Thank you.
Yeah.
Any last comments or questions before we close out today?
I would say this is all Tibetan dream yoga. We move consciously. It's consciously between sleeping, waking, dreaming states. You're aware of it all. It's as itself, and that's kind of what the Tibetan dream yoga is. It's you fall asleep consciously and you wake consciously, and you know yourself as that which isn't falling asleep and isn't waking up and is always there. So that's what.
Yay.
Thank you,
Come,
everybody.
sweet
Thanks,
home.
Paul.
Come, sweet home.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, guys.
Thank you
Big
guys
hugs.
so much, each and every one of you. Goodbye, everybody.
Love you guys.
Love you.
Yay.